2017 Infiniti Q60 may look like a high-performance luxury coupe, but its steering lets down its performance, and its cumbersome infotainment system detracts from its high-end appeal. For these reasons, the Q60 ranks at the bottom of our list of luxury small cars. A two-door, four-seat coupe, the Q60 doesn't pretend to offer practicality in the way of a roomy backseat, though it does have a decent-sized trunk. That leaves performance and style as the deciding factors for this car, and both are merely adequate. Its base engine feels lackluster, but there are more powerful, and pricier, options you can upgrade to. Handling is nothing to write home about either. While you'll enjoy a slightly sporty ride, Infiniti misses the mark on details like steering feedback. Inside the cabin, you'll find materials and quality that are acceptable for the class, but it lacks the elegance of other cars. To put it bluntly, the Q60 is a good car, but it fails to meet the standards of its class. The 2017 Infiniti Q60 costs almost $39,000, which is a hard price to justify given the superior choices offered by rivals. If you have your heart set on an Infiniti, then you might also want to consider the Infiniti Q50. For almost $5,000 less, you'll get essentially the same performance, 4 doors, and room for a 5th passenger. Likewise, you may want to consider the Lexus RC, which is a luxury coupe with a similar price to the Q60. It's more of a performance car than the Q60 and it's a little more expensive, but you'll get a better value than with the Q60. The Audi A5 offers solid overall appeal in a coupe package, though it costs several $1,000s more than the Q60. To help you decide whether to buy the 2017 Infiniti Q60, we've researched professional auto reviews and safety and reliability data. Our expert analysis provides all the research in one place, so you can focus on making a purchasing decision. The Infiniti Q60 is completely redesigned for the 2017 model year. The 2017 Infiniti Q60's athletic appearance oversells its performance abilities. It has ample power from its optional 400 horsepower V6, and the automatic transmission makes quick shifts. It handles corners well, too, but its numb steering doesn't let drivers connect with the road the way they'll want to in a sporty coupe. Acceleration and power. The base 2017 Q60 2.0 tons comes with a turbocharged 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engine that makes 208 horsepower. Stepping up to a 3.0 tons model gets you a 300 horsepower twin-turbocharged 3.0-liter V6. The Red Sport 400 has the same V6 tuned to make 400 horsepower. All models come with a 7-speed automatic transmission. The rear-wheel drive Q60 2.0 tons gets up to 22 miles per gallon in the city and 30 miles per gallon on the highway. That's sub-par for the class, trailing nearly every rival. The Mercedes-Benz CLA and Volvo S60 both get up to 36 miles per gallon on the highway, and they're more fuel efficient in city driving, too. With all-wheel drive, fuel efficiency drops to 21 miles per gallon around town and 28 miles per gallon in freeway driving. For those of you who need V6 power, the 3.0 tons only gets 19/28 miles per gallon city, highway, and the Red Sport 400 gets 20/27 miles per gallon city, highway. The Q60's base engine makes less horsepower than the 4 cylinders of similarly priced rivals like the Lexus RC 200 tons and the Cadillac ATS. The Red Sport 400's V6 doesn't match the performance-oriented Lexus RCF's 467 horsepower V8. Still, you'll have no trouble getting up to speed with the Red Sport's potent V6, which delivers its muscle instantaneously, with no turbo lag. Whether you're pulling away from a stop or trying to pass another car on the highway, press the accelerator and you'll speed up in no time. The 7-speed automatic transmission can be shifted manually using paddle shifters, though it doesn't respond as quickly as you may like. In Sport Plus mode, it makes brisk automatic shifts. The Q60 comes standard with rear-wheel drive. All-wheel drive and adaptive suspension are optional. The electric power steering gives you no real feedback from the road, so you won't feel the connection between the car and the road that you might expect in a sporty car. The optional adaptive suspension helps improve the Q60's handling. In standard mode, the ride is mostly comfortable for daily driving, though it's not quite as cushioned as the ride in some competitors. Switch it to Sport or Sport Plus, and the suspension tightens, keeping the car flat around corners with plenty of traction. The brakes are strong, giving you the confidence to stay on the accelerator just a bit longer as you enter turns. Handling and braking. With the standard manual transmission and base engine, the 2018 Civic sedan gets 28 miles per gallon in the city and 40 miles per gallon on the highway. Opting for the automatic boost city MPG by 3. Choosing a Civic sedan with the turbocharged 174 horsepower engine and a CVT will get you the best fuel economy in the lineup, at 32 miles per gallon in the city and 42 miles per gallon on the highway. The 2017 Infiniti Q60 has a modern design with high-end materials. Some models have a unique optic fiber trim that looks especially contemporary and stands out from other cars in the class that are fitted with more traditional materials, like woods and metals. You can easily chat with other people in the Q60's quiet cabin. Seating. The driver and front passenger will have no trouble staying comfortable on long trips thanks to the supportive front seats. There's plenty of side bolstering to hold you in place, too. The rear seat has enough space for smaller adults, but there's not much headroom to accommodate tall people. The Q60's infotainment system has 2 screens that make it difficult to access some functions with cumbersome controls and complicated menus. The Q60 has a typical amount of cargo space for a coupe. Leatherette upholstery and 8-way power-adjustable front seats are standard in the 2017 Q60. High trims get leather upholstery, heated front seats, and a heated, power-adjustable steering wheel. Interior features. The seats up front are excellently sculpted, with plenty of side support to hold you in place when you get through turns. They'll keep you comfortable on a day-long cruise, too. The bottom cushion is mounted a bit higher than the seats in most coupes, so you won't have that hunkered down feel you might expect. Smaller adults may be comfortable in the rear seats on short drives, but the roof slope will make tall adults hunch over. If you need more room for adults in the back, consider a sedan like the Audi A4 or the BMW 3 Series. The Q60 comes standard with dual-zone automatic climate control, push-button start, a 6-speaker audio system, HD radio, satellite radio, 2 USB ports, Bluetooth, a dual-screen infotainment system, and a rear-view camera. Cargo. Mounted on the center stack are not 1, but 2 display screens that work in conjunction with one another. The upper screen is primarily used as a display, with drive information or navigation directions, while the lower touchscreen is mostly for controls. It's not the most intuitive system to use, and some functions are overly complicated thanks to the dual-screen setup. Worse still, it doesn't always recognize inputs, so you may find yourself tapping repeatedly to access some features.